Hello, everyone. I thought I'd pop in for a minute. Sorry I didn't show up yesterday, but I stayed in bed all day. You remember that song? Today I don't feel like doing anything. That's how I felt. Nothing at all. Yes. So I just went with the flow. So, matter of fact, before I start shuffling cards, okay? Hey, Grandma Forever, safety first, Monica. I know, huh? Okay. Because usually I wake up feeling like that, but it doesn't last long. I want to get up. But yesterday, oh, yes, I didn't have any interference. So I've come to talk about Nolan Wells and the current info. Allegedly, everything's alleged, your entertainment, my interpretation, and what I heard on the curb. So I believe that the data is coming in on the current. Okay, I forget what they call it, but anyway, on the current and all that data that they do uh, to see where something will pop up in the water. And here's the thing, and I was got the information off of Tisa Tales, and then there's other information people have been putting it on their channel about the current. Okay, first of all, the current. The body was found at 9 something in the morning. Okay, but the current for that day did not kick in until 10 or 10 something. Okay, so that right there telling you that there's no current. There's no current in the water that could just wash him up. Okay? She also was talking about his dad. His dad and somebody else had went to the island, walking on the island. He was showing him the island. Okay? And this is during the disappearance of Nolan. And they did not see anything. Now all of a sudden, when he leaves, a body shows up. Okay. So it's just telling. Okay. You know they're going to try to dispute it because that's what they're doing, obviously. Okay. So also, the measure on the currents is not strong enough to even push a body up to shore. Okay, because that's where he was found on the shoreline, where the sand is wet. Okay, that's what they're stating. They're also stating that when he saw the body appeared to be discolored due to exposure, not from being in the water, but being out in the elements. Okay, and I noted that when he said that, there was also another gentleman who said that when he saw the body, it did not appear waterlogged, meaning it didn't seem like it was floating around in the water for a couple of days. Okay? Hey, MB, Sunshine, Angel. The cards, well, that's one thing. Hold on. That's one thing about these cards, about tarot. They don't pinpoint. Okay. They can tell you, read the energy, but there's no pinpoint. There's nothing definite. Okay. With the tarot. Now, due to the fact by their own um, admittance, the last time they seen Nolan was sometime later in that afternoon of the 4th of July. Okay. Now, they do have an estimated time as being between July 4th and July 5th. Hey, Goddess. Hey, Tiffany. I don't do the pendulum. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, I don't do the pendulum. Okay. So, with that, and so what they're saying is, okay, with all this information, that the most likely instance, what this means most likely is that the body was placed there. The body did not wash up, the body was placed. And they have different indicators that say just that. No waterlogged, okay, the look of the body like it had been out in the elements, and the current and all that, the strength, the motion in the ocean, okay. Hello, Goddess. So yeah, so that's all we can pinpoint. And I'm just reading energy. I'm not talking to spirits, and inviting spirits in. I'm just looking at the energy. That's the energy has already been placed out there, and it is what it is. Okay. However, even in the energy, as you see from the cards, they are not definite. We are using uh, kings and queens, okay? We're not using specific people, okay? So that's what I have for you. So, what I'm going to read first is the energy around Nolan being face down on the island, okay? I want to read that energy first, okay? So, and see what the cards tell us. What can you tell us about the energy of Nolan being face down on that island? Okay, on Horn Island. What can you tell us? Face down July 6th. He was found July 6th, face down. What do you want us to know? And what can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What's the energy behind all that? Nolan Wells being face down on Horn Island on July 6th. Strength. Strength and courage, okay? And to me, that also comes off as control and persuasion. Oh, strength, persuasion. No. Yes. Yes, persuasion. Okay. We have a 7 of Pentacles, waiting. Waiting. I don't know what or who was waiting, but there's waiting. There's patience here. And the Magician, manipulation. Okay. And betrayal. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, it talks about deceit, jealousy, and disappointment. Okay? And the Two of Cups. So that's kind of like in regards to two people, a partnership, cooperation, agreement. And the Chariot in reverse. This right here is confusion, loss of direction. And we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. It's giving me a feeling that they needed to get rid of the body. This is what it's giving me. It's also giving me that I'm asking the energy around him being on that island on the 6th. Okay, there is manipulation and deceit and betrayal, and him being found where he was found. And the world in reverse. It's not over. Okay, it wasn't complete. And the Star. Okay, I can't get my cards apart for some reason. And then they walked away. They left with the Eight of Swords. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there's acceptance. Acceptance in they were okay with that. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. There's another two. Well, it's the Page of Wands, but I'm saying the two doggies or animals or whatever those are on the stick. Mm. And the Four of Wands. So I'm wondering, he may have been left there uh, on that day, the 4th of July. This is an eventful day. But he may not have been out in the open. Let's see, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so here comes the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. They left him, they walked away. They were okay because they went back, okay, to celebrate, to finish celebrating with, that day. And the Two of Wands in reverse talks about delays and bad planning. Also talks about a hidden fear. Okay, so they were scared. They hid it, but they were scared. And the Knight of Swords charging in. Yeah, here we go. Abandonment. Being left out in the cold. Yeah, they were okay with that. And this is something that happened really quick. This is something that happened quick. This was not slow motion. The Five of Swords in reverse. This may have been done to avoid what they saw would be conflict. Whatever there was going on through their minds, okay, they were avoiding conflict. And the Emperor in reverse. Okay, right. Control. And the Moon in reverse. And the King of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. And the Three of Cups. Celebration. Okay. Now, it just came across my intuition that they couldn't, if, this is just my interpretation, if he was on land, okay, if he was found on land, okay, in the dryness, then they know it would be murder. You see what I'm saying? It's obvious it was murder. But being him left on the shorelines leaves it that he probably washed up. Okay. He probably washed up. Hey, Sin. Hey, Mary and Rita. Yeah. So that's what it's giving me, that he may have to make it, if that's the case, and I believe it is. I really do. I've always believed that. Okay. I'm not saying that he was murdered, because I don't feel like he was murdered. But I do felt like there was neglect, recklessness, and what you call it? Well, just negligence in the way it was handled. Instead of being that, not getting him help, okay, and everybody making excuses. Okay? That's what I have, why he was there. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question. And if it comes out confusing, then it's probably not the question. But if I get an answer, okay. Who put Nolan Xavier Wells, who placed his body on the shoreline of Horn Island? Who placed Nolan Wells on that shoreline? This is energy now. Okay? Who placed Nolan Wells on Horn shoreline? Who placed his body, his deceased body, on that shoreline? Face down on that shoreline. Okay? Because the thing about it also that they said is that if he was in that water for 2 days, okay, his body, he still would have been identifiable. But when they got the body, he was not identifiable. Okay. What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Who placed Nolan Wells' body? Okay. We have the moon in reverse. Now, the moon in reverse is releasing fear, anxiety, and trusting your intuition. Okay. So there was releasing fear. So that something that may have been hidden was brought out. Okay. The Knight of Cups in reverse talks about deceit and jealousy. And the Empress in reverse talks about domestic issues. Interesting. And the Five of Cups, regret. And walking away. Wow. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Nightmares. Releasing fear. And protection. On the defense. Okay. To avoid conflict with the Five of Swords in reverse. And continue celebrating. This is also a card too telling friends. Friends. And the Hermit. Quick action. It's quick action. And that's going over the Eight of Cups. That's like they hurried up and left and put them there, placed them there, and took off. And the Chariot in reverse. Interesting. And the Page of Cups in reverse, which talks about emotional insecurity. The King of Pentacles. To avoid conflict. The King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh. And the Page of Swords. That's Chatty Patty. A message bringing forth the message, communication, knowledge. And the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, this talks about somebody, okay, just hit me, who has knowledge, somebody who has skill. Temperance, impatience, overindulgence, impatience, Imbalance. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Something was taken. And justice. Now with the king and the knight is giving me a father and son. Oh, and remember in this reading just before this, when we asked about his body being there, and I got the Two of Cups, and I told you that could mean two people, agreement, partnership. Okay. And the King of Swords in reverse. And lied about it. And lied about it. The Sun lied about it. And the Page of Wands. Going over the Page of Swords. There you have it. And the Ten of Cups in reverse. And the Six of Swords. Oh. And they hurried up and sailed right on out the way. Ooh, child. Not the boat. And the Nine of Wands. Determination. Yep. Completion. Wow. Okay. Allegedly, that's what my cards are saying. That they took him out there and placed him out there. Somebody who was skilled, okay, who knew what they were doing, so to speak, placed him out there. Was involved. Okay. There was impatience to take him out there, and I'm doing justice. I'm getting justice, okay, but I'm not getting it in the form of justice will be had. I'm getting it in the form, okay, so that he could be found, because they didn't want them to keep looking for that boy. And if he was found on land, it would have been a full blown out criminal investigation. Okay. That's deep. It's a possibility. It's a strong possibility. Okay. And we asked the question, and this is the answer. So it coincides with him being out there, even on that island, being found face down. Okay. So, and that could be a reason why he was placed out there in the elements to decompose, so it would be harder to find out what happened to him. Hey, got changed. Yeah. Okay. So, with that said, the next question comes as to give us the energy that was going on between the time that Nolan passed away and he was found. What was going on in the meantime and in between time when Nolan was missing? What was going on there? What was that energy? When Nolan was missing, nobody could find him. He wasn't laying on the beach. What was going on? What was that energy? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What was that energy? The King of Pentacles. Okay, that was the energy. Tell us more. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, overindulgence. They was drinking. And betrayal. So they was drinking, trying to come up with a plan or the best plan. And the regret, the despair. And the Two of Wands in reverse, bad planning. This right here is also hidden fear. I'm going to go along with that hidden fear. Well, bad planning as well, but that hidden fear going along with this Five of Cups. Oh, yeah. And the Six of Cups in reverse. This is a childhood friend, so to speak. Yes, someone in the past. Is trying to get away with something, but is about to be caught. Is about to be caught. And if those weather, motion, whatever they do with the water, okay, says otherwise, they're going to bring this person in and they going to question him and let him know, okay, nah, that didn't happen. Line him up. They're going to line him up. And the Nine of Wands, okay, determination to get away with something. Determination. Six of Swords, okay? There you go, on that boat again. There go that boat. And the Page of Swords, Chatty Patty. So there was communications, okay? And this boat, the boat plays a part, a significant part in this. And it seems to be witnesses because I see birds sitting on the boat. And you know, birds are messengers, okay? And the magician in reverse talking about manipulation, deceit, illusion, okay? Main word, key word, that's a big word, illusion. They want the illusion that this man drowned on the 4th. And the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is the loss, okay? It's a loss, monetary, because they're probably because they're paying people. Yep. The 8 of Pentacles. And the Hangman in reverse, okay? They're stuck in the past. They can't get out of the past. They can't see it in another perspective, okay? And the star of the show will be the communications. And the 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so the 3 of Wands in reverse talks about obstacles. Okay, and judgment. And the 10 of Cups in reverse. And the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, I got a sneeze in my nose. Mm-hmm. Choices. And Temperance. There we go with drinking, drinking, drinking. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. And the fighting. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Missed opportunities, greed. And the Page of Wands. I keep getting betrayal so much. Heartbroken, betrayal. Oh, there go my assistant. Okay, I'll be right back. There go my assistant, my little fatty fatty. I had to charge my phone because it was red. You know, when it's red, you got to charge. Okay. So, mm, they still haven't found me a shopper. Oh my God. Today is Thursday. Okay. So the store is still open. Okay. So that's what it's saying. Now, someone asked me if I would do a reading on somebody, the Laney girl. The Laney. Apparently, Laney. See, now, this what's going on is the girls were in the back. Nobody was talking about the girls, okay? Now the girls are being brought forward. Say, they were there. Okay. Now, I was looking at Channeling Eric. That's the name of the channel. And his mom, Eric, passed away. I forget how he passed away. But anyway, she has a psychic that talks to Eric, and the Eric tells the mom. Have you seen Channeling Eric? Okay. Anyway, I was watching it. They did one on today on Nolan Wells, and she was talking about um, that there was stuff that she was saying, okay, that kind of conflicted. Like she was saying that he said he was by himself and he tried to get a ride on a boat. They said they were full, um, and some other things, but it didn't really line up to the other stuff she was saying. Have you ever seen that? Okay. When she was saying it, I don't know. Nevaeh, and I'm sure there's more of the girls on that boat we are missing. Well, I think that they're trying to sell that boat got changed, okay, before they do just that. Hey, divas. So we're gonna do one. We did on Katie and her sister. We did Ava. I don't know if we did Nevaeh. We did three girls. Okay, no, we didn't do Nevaeh. So Lainey and Nevaeh. Brooke. Okay, yeah, they told me that. Brooke Edmondson is selling the boat. That's who you call. I'm pretty sure if you call and meet up with her, one of those guys will be coming out. Okay. Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's ask first why Brooke Edmondson is selling the boat. Okay. Just to get that out the way. Why is Brooke Edmondson selling the boat? I don't know who Brooke is. If she's the sister, it's not the mother. And you know, Warren's mother was out there and they had a picture of her. And I said, oh, yeah, that's her. Because he looks like the mom. He's got that big nose like the mom. Yeah, he looks like the mom. No, it's not. It's not gonna. But this is the way these people are thinking, and you know why? Because they're stuck in the past. They're low vibration. All they can think about is their money. That's all they can think about, and getting away with something. They're not looking. They don't see it. They're stuck in the past. Just like the cards say, they're stuck in the past. So is their thinking. Okay, so what's the energy around Brooke Edmondson selling the boat? One of oh, That's related to Bart. Okay, so Bart's family member Brooke. Why is she selling the boat? What's the energy behind Brooke putting that boat up for sale? Interesting. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Deceit, jealousy, and the Knight of Cups. Disappointment. So I would take it as deceit, to deceive. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. There's family conflict going on. And strength. Okay. And the Sun. So she may have the, okay, I was going to say something else, but she may have the guts more than they do. But there maybe because there's conflict in the family, we don't see it, of course, but she maybe to get rid of this conflict. Okay. The wounded soldier, still standing, determination to be the star. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. She may not know. She may not know something happened on that boat. Now, something may have happened on that boat. Something may not have happened on that boat. That boat may have been used to transport. Okay? And the Seven of Cups, smoke and mirrors. And the Five of Pentacles, abandonment. Okay, so we also have worry and stress. Okay. Walking away. Oh, but there's going to be a tower moment. She might be trying to avoid a tower moment, but it's here with lightning and everything. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. So there is some hesitation. However, she may not be knowing. Okay, and then we got the 4th of July, the smoke and mirrors of the 4th of July of an event, and all the cups. Okay, that's all that I can see is drinking, 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 drinking. And the Queen of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. And the Four of Cups in reverse. So maybe he's doing something or they're doing something because somebody else wants to get rid of the boat, so to speak. Okay, I can see that drama queen right here. Okay, it's giving her nightmares. It's okay. She can't take looking at it and then all this stuff because it reminds her. You know what I'm saying? And the King of Swords, yep, the King of Swords in reverse. So we have the King and the Queen of Swords in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Six of Wands in reverse. Failure. Justice. And the Lovers in reverse. And the High Priestess. And the Hierophant. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Now, I get the feeling, the question is, why is Brooke Edmiston selling the boat? Okay. And it's coming like she may not be aware or as much aware as to what part they may have, anybody may have had to do in relations to that boat. However, I am getting the impression, and I get it, keep getting it, that these people, it's not just Warren and Bart. It's just these people have something to hide. They have something to hide. They have to, okay, something's going on. And I get the Wheel of Fortune as in a cycle. Okay. I get the impression that, yeah, but not just that she knows, okay? It's not just the fact of knowing, it's the fact that you're hiding something. Why are you hiding something if it's not your fault and you didn't have anything to do with it, okay? Um, and that might be why you don't see them because they don't have to get up on the stand and lie, okay? But now that they've been spotted, they got to get up there and do something. So let's go into Lainey and Nevaeh. And look into their energy because all these people I'm getting, just like I get with the Guthries, okay, all these people, okay, everybody, the friends in the family got something to hide. They just busy. Huh, Tasha? It's a busy. She's looking at me. Okay, baby. She know her name. That's my baby girl. Okay. So we're going to start with Lainey. I don't know. Does she have a last name? Who is Lainey? Okay. Can you give us the energy on one of the friends named, one of the girlfriends named Lainey? What is her energy in all this um, behind the death of Nolan Wells? What is her energy? What's going on with Lainey? So, Laney. And thank you for your answers, Laney. Girl named Laney. Drinking. The Ten of Cups in reverse. Drinking. She made a, I don't know how old she is. She must be underage too. It's got loss, delays, and disharmony with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Oh, the Devil in reverse. Recovery. Real quick. They may have put her in recovery. Trying to get over the nightmares. What nightmares if you had nothing to do with it, okay? And there's family conflict, okay? So there's family disputes. And the Knight of Swords. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. These kids are representing, okay, a loss to these families, okay? It looks like she may have been rushed off to the rehab because she's got recovery from addiction and fast movement, judgment. And the King of Wands. Oh. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's more loss, greed, and loss. And strength. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Emotional immaturity. And the Empress in reverse. Okay? The Empress in reverse. That is domestic issues. And regret or despair, loss. Ooh, she just got. This is Laney and waiting. And the King of Swords in reverse. There we go with the Two of Cups. An agreement, a partnership. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Recklessness. And the Seven of Cups. Smoke and mirrors. I take it was drug use as well. The Two of Swords. Not seeing eye to eye. The Five of Wands talks about conflict. So she might be fighting with the family, and the Three of Wands in reverse. And they send her little behind off, okay? Because apparently she's got some issues as well. And the Ace of Swords. Now, I see a lot of these children with overindulgence and drugs, okay? And the heroin. And it's funny how the family has rushed in. They don't want you to see all this, to seem like it's, they don't want you to see all this as if they have been aware of the problem, of the situation. And the Page of Swords. A message, clarity, information being brought forth. Okay? Because they know you're going to look at them. You're going to look smack dab at them. Okay? Because this has probably been going on before they even turned 18. Allegedly. Okay? But Lainey's got some issues, and they all have issues in their cards. And I'm not saying just your regular smuggler adolescent behavior, but that and drugs and alcohol. Just a hot mess. Just a hot mess. Let's look at Nevaeh, whoever she is. I don't know who she is. Let's just look at the cards, bring up her energy, see what happens. I could be wrong. Okay. We'll see what comes up in the future, because there's going to be stuff that comes up. Yeah, it's just a hot mess. Yes. Okay. Right. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, they have some every time every time we do the cards, that's what comes up. Okay. And this didn't just happen overnight. Okay. See, one thing about alcohol, compared to the other drugs, alcohol doesn't stay in your system that long. Okay. So you could drink tonight and tomorrow, okay, you don't have no alcohol in your system. Now, the other drugs, okay, that's a different talk show. They may take 3 days, up to 3 days to get out your system. See what I'm saying? Okay. And if you got to send them off to the rehab, they got a drug problem, drinking problem. Okay. Like I said, this didn't just happen overnight. Let's look at Lainey, Nevaeh. Nevaeh. Can you tell us the energy of Nevaeh? She's another one of the girls that apparently was on the boats the day Nolan disappeared. What's her energy? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers, Nevaeh. Okay. Uh-oh. Trying to keep from getting a Charlie horse. What about Nevaeh? What can you tell us about Nevaeh? Oh, look at that. I'm walking on sunshine. She's the hermit. She's the homebody. Nevaeh, the homebody, by herself. She might be a loner, okay? She's determined. We got some determination. Or she's determined to stay by herself, okay? And we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. There's some acceptance, temperance, overindulgence, or just impatient. Okay, and the Six of Swords. Oh, that boat. She was on the boat. Nevaeh was probably on the boat drinking. And the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles talks about choices, partnerships, and it talks also of balance. Okay, let's see how many cups she gets, because I have temperance, overindulgence, but she wasn't that overindulged, so to speak. And we have the Five of Swords, okay, the conflict. Okay. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Looks like she was a witness. And the World in reverse. Ooh. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. So she might be feeling trapped, okay? She might feel trapped, stuck in this because, and the Page of Wands, because she was drinking and she was on the boat. And the Knight of Swords. I think she was on the boat, okay? Excuse me, she's on the boat. She was a witness to the conflict. She's on the boat from the start, okay? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, so she saw the whole thing. She saw the whole thing. And the Empress in reverse, the domestic issues, domestic dispute. It could have been at the house, at a house. She saw it. And the Devil in reverse. Recovery. Okay, so this could also represent some kind of freedom, some type of taking control. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. Nevaeh, Judgment. And we also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. She is stressed out. The Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. I wonder, is this Knight of Pentacles stressing people out? The betrayal. And the Seven of Pentacles, she's waiting. She's stressed out. She's worried. Okay. And the Ace of Wands in reverse, and Death. And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Recklessness. Okay. So on Nevaeh's part, I feel like Nevaeh was on that boat. I also feel like Nevaeh may have been a witness to what happened, to or uh a fight. I'll put it to you like that, a fight. I don't know if Nolan may have been injured because of a fight, or maybe he fell over the boat. I don't know, but I'm just saying here is whatever went on conflict, she was a witness. I feel that she's a witness. Allegedly, she was on the boat. Okay. However, I don't see a bunch of drinking in Nevaeh's chart, in her read. I don't see. I see that she could have been drinking, but not that much. Not that much. She's trying to recover, but not from addiction, um, from being on that boat and being a witness. She's probably traumatized. She might be. But other than that, he could have been. He could have been. He could have been. But the thing about it is, I don't think it caused his death. Okay. I don't think that it actually caused it. It could have. I could be wrong. I just get the feeling, I keep getting the feeling that there was a mishap. Okay. I keep getting the feeling that there's a mishap and that they left him. They left him. They didn't get him any help. Maybe he could have lived, maybe not. Okay. You don't know. The point is, you didn't get him help for anybody to know. You didn't give him help for anybody to say it was an accident. Okay. So maybe, now here's another theory. Maybe they left him and he was same thing. Didn't get him any help. Thought he would get up and wake up. Okay, oh, he's knocked out or whatever. Sometimes people don't think. I've been seeing these little these fights, and what's going on now is taking the person and flipping them, and boom. Okay, they can hit their head, break their necks. Okay, bust their skull open on the concrete now, on the hard surface. Okay, you see what I'm saying? And it's really disturbing to see that. But I'm like, oh wow, quick, just that quick, you could kill somebody. And you probably thought, oh, they knocked out. They may get a little movement and then stop movement. Oh, he'll get up. Y'all go back and the boy is dead, deceased. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did dental records or whatever they did to identify him, but they could not identify him, give him a definite identification by looking at him. I don't know if any of them have been sent to rehab. And believe me, okay, they're not going to volunteer that information. Mm-mm. They're not going to volunteer that information. And not to mention, how long they going to stay? 30 days? That ain't no rehab. It is on paper, though. Yeah, now they said his face was bloated when they turned him over. His face was bloated. So I don't know. And then they have lividity. Where was the blood pooling? Okay. Where did the blood pool in his body? Well, I don't know if blood pools in your body if you're in the water. Okay. But if he wasn't in water, it does. Where did it pool? In his back, in the back, or in the front? You know, that's crazy. See. But if he was beat beyond recognition, okay, they still would be able to tell because he was only missing for 2 days. He may have been out there in that heat, but he still would have been, those should have been recognizable for the examiner, I would think. Okay, so what I wanted to ask was, what is the what are these people? Okay, what are these people directly involved with Nolan Wells? What are they hiding? The people, these people on the boat and the families, all these, what are they hiding? Why? Okay, they keep lying. Why are they lying? There's something that's being hidden. What is being hidden? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. These people are hiding something. It may not even have anything to do with his death, but they're hiding something. What is it? See, because you got to realize, too, is, and thank you for your answers. These people get to hide, and they doing stuff, okay, and honey, somebody gets killed, okay, and they start all of a sudden don't want to answer no questions or nothing. They don't want nobody in the business because they doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And now they have this situation with Nolan, mysterious death, and the police is snooping around, and they mad at the parents, even though it's not the parents' fault. Okay, they mad at the parents for wanting another autopsy and an investigation because they want to find out what happened to the boy. Now all of a sudden they running like head chickens with their heads cut off. Okay, so right here is the Four of Swords. Right here is like death, rest. Okay, slowing down. This is the mini death card. Okay, let me see the Four of Swords in reverse. The Four of Swords, okay, is rest. You need rest. Slow down. Okay, but it's in reverse. Okay, so it's the rest card, okay, but it's also the mini death card, the minor death card, okay. Oh, the family, disputes and financial loss, instability, okay, take your pick. Instability, they're not stable, okay. So they got strength though. You get to snooping around, all of a sudden they want to come together and start protecting each other and control because, okay, they in it like Bennett, okay, but they got the 5 of Cups. They've got regret. They got despair, excuse me, loss and despair. Yep, conflict and indecision. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So there is, what did they say? Clarity. Pentacles. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they're hoarding. Okay. There's something going on with the finances. Hold on. Let me turn this heat off because my feet are freezing. I mean, the air off. Ciao. Okay. So they are hoarding. In other words, they're holding on uh, to that money. Okay. The Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. There's also jealousy, dishonesty, and manipulation with these folks. Okay. Because we're looking at all of them as a whole. What in the world are they hiding? And the Fool. A leap of faith, an opportunity, a new beginning, and death. Wow. And Temperance in reverse. Ooh, overindulgence, lack of balance, recklessness, and the Knight of Pentacles. They are hiding the recklessness of this gentleman here, the Knight of Pentacles, who is just distraught, okay, and having nightmares. And the King of Pentacles. There we go. Father and son. The father is jealous and manipulative and dishonest. Ooh, shots fired. Oh, well, I'll be. While the son is distraught in despair, loss. And we have the Six of Swords. There go the boat. There's the effing boat. There's the effing boat. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? So there's lack of teamwork, which of course, because everybody's telling a different story. Okay? So you can see that the teamwork is just not working. Uh-huh. And the Hangman in reverse. Okay? Uh, they're stuck in the past. They can't see a new perspective. Okay? They saw what they saw. It is what it is. And all this lying and all this is keeping them stuck in the past. Okay? Not being able to see another perspective because they're scared. The betrayal. This guy is betrayed. Betrayal. Mm. Should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I've been given. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, wait. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So he betrayed a friend, drinking, overindulgence, and now he's got to pay. He's at a loss, okay, from fighting. And they was probably fighting on the boat. Ooh. And the Eight of Swords in reverse. Freedom from being stuck. Let's see. Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So this is focus here. Focus. And the Four of Wands. He's stuck on the 4th of July. Look at that. He's trying to move on from it, trying to change it. Okay. But he's stuck. They stuck. Betrayal. They stuck. Can't let go of the past. And that's the truth. With the Ace of Swords. That's clarity, and that is the truth. Okay, so you can spin it as many ways as you want to spin it, but allegedly, this boy knows what he did. If he did anything, he knows, okay, and it was betrayal. So, whatever he did or didn't do, he knows he betrayed a friend. He knows, and he feels like sugar honey iced tea. There it is. Six of Pentacles, childhood friends. Yep. I think about it, and I had childhood friends that my mom probably didn't know about. I didn't bring them home. I didn't bring them to my house. If I did, it may have been one time. If even that. It may have played on the porch. Okay. I have my friend Sophie now. My friend Sophie, she's been to my house a couple times. Right. Yeah. But she doesn't know. My mom doesn't know them other ones because I didn't bring them home. They were childhood friends and we played a lot. We were in school. Okay. Oh, yeah. Warren betrayed. FBI froze all assets. What assets? Nolan doing internship. What internship was Nolan doing? Hey, Rita. And then, two is this is telling me that the truth is in the past. Hey, Denise. Yep. Now, the question, in case you guys missed it, is what are all these people hiding? What are they hiding? Okay. And they're hiding, there's conflict. They're hiding the conflict and they're hiding their money. They're holding tight. They don't want to lose their money, what they have of it, and justice. I get a feeling that they're going to be paying. And the Nine of Wands, determination. Okay. But I just have a feeling that they are going to be paying. And this could probably, I don't know how much money they have or whatever, okay, but but they're holding on to it. The way they're holding on to it, I would think they don't have that much. Why? Okay, where did you get the information from that he's hiding what Nolan exposed about the software company? Because I don't think that he exposed anything. Now, what they could have been is he may have been afraid. They may have been afraid because maybe he was breaking up. You know, he was in college. You know that. He was playing football in community college. I call it community college. They don't call it community college because they try to put a name and cover everything up with a name. He was doing an internship. Well, he must have been doing an internship for Wyatt's company. I didn't know Wyatt had a company. Software company. Let me look that up. What's Wyatt's last name? Is that Warren's brother? Wyatt and Warren are brothers? Software company. Oh, software. Oh, now my server can't bring up the page. Wyatt Hudson net worth. Okay. Hudson Software and Wyatt Systems. Okay. Hudson Software has been in doing business for 30 years. Okay. So couldn't be Wyatt's company, but it could be family related, hence why he has a software company. So they're just okay, well, whatever. Okay, one company is helping the other company get off the ground. Okay, and if they get okay, so these people. Oh, they took that off, honey. Wyatt Hudson, Josh Wyatt. Oh, he plays football too. Okay, so anyway, we have software. I'd have to look more, okay, to find out about who's who, okay. And see, that's one thing I don't. The only thing about it is, I know I'm doing the cards, and I try not to get into much into stuff research like this, okay, because it throws off my vibrations. Okay, so anyway, Wyatt's last name is Pyron. Oh my God. That's his last name. Oh, he plays sports. They got him in football, baseball, and what's this other one? He's a pitcher. A pitcher. Okay. Okay. After doing some digging, I have even more questions. Wyatt Pyron's brother, Ike, his brother is named Ike, confirmed that the boat that they took to Horn Island was his boat. Okay. His boat, as in his brother's boat, he was driving it. So, as far as we're concerned, he was on Wyatt's boat because Wyatt was driving it. Trying to confuse us. Okay. Ah. And they are from Biloxi, Mississippi, and Ocean Springs. Mm-mm. Okay. Somebody saying, hear me out. This is on Twitter. They said that I think Warren, Wyatt, and everyone else on that boat thought Nolan was dead. Okay. Okay. I think you thought he was dead too, but the point is, you betrayed him. Okay. What you thought, whether you thought he was or not. Okay. My thing is, what did you do? Just throw him back over the board, over back, and throw him in the water? What kind of friend does that? That's the thing about it. A lot of people don't doubt it was an accident. Could have been intentional. It could have been an accident. We don't know. All we want to know is why y'all lying. Y'all just lying left and right and saying that you didn't know what happened to the boy, and then you tell a lie that you was over here when we got evidence, got you in pictures that you was over there. You see what I'm saying? Okay, why all the lies? Why all, if you got to lie, obviously the boy did not just drown. That's not the same. Somebody drowning and going missing and drowning and you don't know what happened to him. Y'all not responding accordingly. And then you're lying and getting caught in the lies. Who does that? Okay. But the point is, why y'all lying? And nobody, they saying you killed the boy. Yeah, they saying it now because you're lying. Okay? You did something and you know. If anything, you know something. If you didn't do it, you know it. And you know what happened. You know if anybody did, you know who did. Okay? Because why are you lying? And hiring lawyers and you ain't did nothing. Okay? Right. They got more getting in more trouble hiding the truth than they are. Okay. Goodness gracious. They just out there lying. You just lie, 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 lie. So now they've got caught in so many lies. You don't even want to hear what they got to say no more. Okay, just giving us the autopsy report. Give us the reports on the motion in the ocean. Okay, just give us the report on that. Give us the on Nolan's phone. Okay. Because I don't want to hear nothing else they got to say. I don't know what Nolan wanted to do because apparently Nolan popped up dead. And even if he had passed out or was knocked out, you just assume the boy is dead. And what do you do? What do you do? You say you don't know what happened, that you wasn't there, and you were there. You tell all these lies, okay, that you've been caught in and still lying. So that just tells me there's nothing else you could tell me until you tell me what happened. Until you can tell me what happened, okay, whatever it is you got to tell. Other than that, I want to hear what you got to say because you're lying. Y'all was all on that island drinking, taking drugs, and whatever happened, happened, okay? But I tell you one thing, you wasn't too drunk to know what happened, to not know what happened. I know that one because you wouldn't be lying, okay? You would not be lying. So you knew what happened, okay? You knew what happened to him. So why are you lying? Why don't you just tell the truth? Make it a lot easier on yourself, okay? And the underage drinking, it's more to the story. It's more to the story because that underage drinking, drugging, and drinking, okay, the police is not worried about that. They want to know what happened to the boy. His mama want to know what happened to him. If he was so drunk and fell over the boat, you would know that, right? You would know he was too drunk and fell over. Okay, well, would you guys jump in and try to help him, put him back on the boat? What y'all do? Let him just float on along? It's just weird. You can't. They don't. They can't keep up with the lies. Here's the thing about it. They can't match the lies because the stuff that's being put out there. Okay. Now they want to jump up and lawyer up and get a lawyer and threaten people with defamation and all this kind of stuff. And even somebody come out. See, they told you they don't have no evidence of for an investigation or whatever. Excuse me, sir. We trying to find out how he died, okay? And y'all all been listening to these psychics and these YouTubers, yeah, I catch that when they say YouTubers, okay? Yes, I catch that real quick. Mhm. And he's on YouTube telling us this. Oh, the irony. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get my sandwich. Hey, pissing me off, okay? Tasha. Hey, they pissing your mama off. Got me all up in the uproar. Come on here, girl. Mm-hmm. Okay. But here's the thing. They want to create. They're the seven of cups. Excuse me. Smoke and mirrors. They're trying to throw up smoke and mirrors. And we all know it. But our question is why? Why? Let's ask the cards and see what the cards say. Oh, it's cloudy over here. It's been cloudy all day. And when I say cloudy, it's like it's about to get dark. You have to keep checking the time. Well, he's actually been on the case for 3 months, that lawyer. Okay. And he's a criminal lawyer. He's a criminal lawyer and he's been on that case. Okay. And the thing about it is, this woman has to do all this and get all these people, okay, just for to answer a simple question, and that is what happened to her son, and get a second opinion. And they don't want to give her that. And the boys want to lie. This is what started the whole can of worms, is because she knew something wasn't right. Okay? She knew something wasn't right. Just like they got the picture of him on the boat making the phone that's supposed to be seat tow and nobody's moving. And if the boat is sinking, why are all the people on the boat? It's just logical questions. That's what's getting me. This isn't rocket science. Okay. The people out there, we're looking and we're looking, and that's why we have questions. Okay. And the boat singing, and all these people are on the boat, and nobody looks like they're in distress. Not to mention, I wouldn't come with you either. If you come and tell me to come and get on the boat and the boat's sinking, I don't want to get on the boat. You getting on the boat's sinking. Okay. It was their alibi. But you see how dumb their alibi sounds. It's just not vibing. The whole thing is not vibing. Okay. And then you on the phone with this person and that person at the same time while you being told, and it's just not vibing. It's just not vibing. Okay, they got plenty of pictures, but they just picking and choosing which ones they gonna hand out that they won't see on the public. They got that boy's phone. Excuse me, not the other people. They got Nolan's. They got into Nolan's phone. I think his parents. They got into Nolan's phone. Yeah, he's okay on the other side. No, they didn't have no like. That's they didn't have okay, they didn't have two on life jackets. I guess that would mess up their look. Let them tell it. Okay. Hmm. But there was life jackets on the boat. We did see that. They could have put a life jacket on and jumped out there and got Nolan. Oh, Gloria, don't quote me on that. That was pure speculation. Okay, I don't know if they got into it. I'm just saying. Sorry about that. Allegedly, allegedly. Okay, I say that because there's certain pictures and stuff coming out. I believe it's from his phone, so they got into it. I don't know if they sold the boat. They said they were selling it, but I don't know if it's been sold. But his last name is Pyron. See all these different names coming in, and they're in the same clique. Okay, they're in the same clique. So let's ask. Okay, it just listed. Okay, so yeah, so it's still on the sale list. So what can you tell us about the death of Nolan Wells? What's that energy? The death of Nolan Wells. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. The death of Nolan Wells. Mm-hmm. See, sometimes, okay, people don't realize that they were betrayed or set up or whatever, okay, uh, in death. I don't think sometimes they don't realize right away. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how they went out of this world, I think, you don't always recognize right away. Especially when it's a violent, turbulent death. Okay? What can you tell us, okay, about the death of Nolan Wells? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. The Six of Cups in reverse. Childhood, his friends, his past. Tell us more. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Selfishness. This is my card too. Okay, they took something. Something was taken. And judgment. And the Page of Wands. And the Magician in reverse. There's the boat. I swear, the boat, the boat, the boat, the boat. Something about the boat. And manipulation. And the Seven of Pentacles. They waited. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, loss. So a loss was taken. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And a decision was made, a choice was made. Okay, the Page of Pentacles. Foolishness, procrastination, and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Hierophant. And the Hangman in reverse. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is losses and feeling trapped. Okay, we have the belief. Okay, there's manipulation on what they believed, and they may have believed that he was deceased. Maybe somebody else said something. Okay, but there was delay as well. Talks about delay. And the King of Wands. And the Two of Wands in reverse, which talks about bad planning, but it also talks about fear, hidden fear. And the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. Now, this talks about choices. This talks about choices. And it's funny because this is two. I wonder, did they believe they didn't have that many choices? We could either do this or this. Death. And the Two of Swords. Not seeing eye to eye. So while this boy was probably laying up dying, they probably trying to make a decision on what they gonna do. And the Queen of Cups. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. Talks about jealousy and deceit. And the King of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles, okay, being left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. Interesting. Now, why would this grown man feel like that? Yep, the Six of Wands in reverse. And the Ace of Wands in reverse. Talks about lack of energy and reluctance. We have Temperance in reverse, overindulgence, right here on the Queen of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is walking away. And the Five of Swords in reverse. There was avoidance. Somebody was walking away, somebody was in avoidance. Okay? And the Knight of Wands in reverse. Talks about setbacks and recklessness and arrogance. And the Nine of Cups in reverse talks about overindulgence. Once again. And then once again, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Trying to get away with something, hiding something, being deceitful. It kind of gives me the feeling of kids being kids, but it doesn't it turns into negativity when you're drinking. Okay, turns into negativity. That's it, and that's all. Okay, you got drinking, and they on the island. And you got these young boys, or any just men. Period. Men are competitive. Okay, they are always competitive. It is in their genes. Okay, to be competitive. So when you have all these people out there and you got the girls and you got the drinking, okay, and the girls are drinking and they're giggling while the boys, okay, are drinking and wanting to fight. Well, he didn't have to be on. He did not have to be on cocaine to be like that. He could just be on alcohol. Okay, alcohol. Yeah, that's what do they call it? The courage juice. What do they call that alcohol? But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so that because I've seen people too many times. Okay, turn completely opposite when they are drinking. Completely opposite when they are drinking. It gives them courage. It brings out the underlying personality. Yep. Yeah. Drink and want to fight. Okay. And will just swing on you. Yeah. That's something else. Okay. And people don't like to be around people like that. Okay. But they're on a boat and they're on an island and they all came together. Yeah, it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing, okay? And the thing about it is, if it wasn't Warren, it may have been somebody else. However, if it may have been somebody else, they would have intervened like they should have did with Nolan. See, you see what I'm saying? Maybe his credit card. Whatever it was dumb. Okay, and believe me, they agree with me now that they all sober that it was dumb. Okay, say, and now look at them, and now they didn't lie, so now they got to keep up lying. Hey, Miss Carter, he can purchase alcohol, but he ain't supposed to be driving no boat and drinking. Sure not. You're not supposed to be operating any motor vehicle, any motorized vehicle under the influence. Okay, but they do it all the time, and they know they do it. See, that's why. Okay, they could be held responsible. We just did a reading on Lainey. And she didn't come up too good. The only one that came up with some sense was Nevaeh. She's the only one that came up with somebody with some sense. That's the out of all the girls. Yeah. Okay. So with that said, let me do one more reading spread. And let's see what the Lenormand, the Gothic Lenormand. Okay. I want to ask the question about what are the families hiding? Okay. These families. And you know who? Because she was on the island. What about Warren's mom? Warren's mom was on the island. She took a picture. Mm-hmm. It was a picture of her and some other people, okay? But she was on, that was her. Give us the energy of Warren Hudson's mother. She was on the island that day. She went out there with him. Warren Hudson's mother. And Warren lives with his mom, okay? And her husband. He doesn't live with the judge and the dad. He lives with the mom and her husband. What can you tell her about Warren's mother on that 4th of July when Nolan went missing? And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and at the bottom is the child. Okay? The child. So, okay, so the child suggests something in its beginning, okay, or something small. And it may have been considered this event going out there on the island. They've been out there, I don't know how many times, but just a little small celebration, 4th of July. Okay? There we go. The woman. There she is in all her glory. And the key. Oh, the key. The mama. Okay, so this key is like saying that the mother is the solution. The mother can bring clarity. The clover. Small piece of luck. Someone who's cheerful and lighthearted and optimistic. And they may not take life too seriously. They're spontaneous. Yes. And the cross. So she's got the cross to bear. Oh, the mama and the house. The house can represent family, property. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And the ring. She's married. I told y'all she's married to somebody else, okay? And the fox. The sly, the slick, and the wicked. Okay. And it's looking right at that ring. Mm-hmm. And the heart. Okay. So this talks about a heartfelt bond. A heartfelt bond. Okay. So she's warm, loving, she's romantic, she's spontaneous, okay, but she's also slick, cunning, and the mountain presenting obstacles and delays. And the bouquet. may represent an invitation. Somebody got an invitation to the house? And the tower. Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay. This talks about a CEO, a judge. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And the sun. Okay. The sun gives you clarity, it gives you energy, happy feelings. And the book, which is holding the secrets. And the stork. Now, the stork talks about travel as well as pregnancy. And the scent, okay, something was cut off. Something happened quickly. Okay. This talks about being cut off quickly, being in a dangerous situation. And the coffin. And the garden. And the dog. Okay. And the dog is going right over here on the book of secrets. So this is a friend. And the stars. Mm. This also talks about clarity. And the whip. Now the whip is going over the scent. And this right here is talking about chaos, fights, okay, repeated cycles, heated debates, competitiveness, okay, and it is going over abrupt endings, okay, abrupt endings. Interesting, interesting. So it's kind of like telling me she may knows what happened too. Hmm. Have they talked to her? Would any of this now, Monica? I'm gonna ask you to pay attention what you just asked. Hey, New York. I think that she may know something. However, she probably wasn't asked. Was she asked? Was she interviewed? You know what I'm saying? So, of course, this would not be happening if Nolan was still here. Okay. But it's the coincidences and the lies that's blowing this all out. This is just like Nancy Guthrie. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like we're looking at this and we're watching it. And we're just like, well, wait a minute, okay? And then you hear about the sheriff opening up the crime scene, and then you're hearing about his past, and you're like, what? And then the kids ain't even looking for their own mama. You're like, what? Yeah. Anonymous. Oh, hi, Anonymous. Hmm. Let's ask Lenormand and see what it says, okay? Because I'm nosy like that. Can you tell us how Nolan, how Nolan's body got on that island? How his body got on the island on the Horn shoreline, excuse me. Can you tell us, what do you have to say about how Nolan's body got on that shoreline? What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay, let's see. At the bottom, ooh, the fish. The fish. Okay. The fish. Now that could take that as a couple of ways though, because it's a fish. It's not a boat. It's a fish. Okay. And this is something that deals with finance, business, and flow of resources. Okay. And this could mean just point blank money. Okay. And the mice. This right here talks about gradual loss, stress, something eating away time, resources, or health. A small problem that ended up into a big problem. Okay. And the bear. The bear is a protector. Okay. And he's protecting the resources from being eaten away. The man. And the child. And the stars, which talks about clarity. I'm going to bring that here. Clarity. And the snake. Now, this snake warns of lies and deceit. okay? A hidden enemy. It can also represent temptation, jealousy, the snake, and a crossroads. Okay. This indicates a decision point, multiple options, and the need to choose a path. It emphasizes free will and the consequences that follow. And the mountain, the obstacles, okay? This child was an obstacle, it was a burden. And the bouquet. Now, this represents an invitation, it's happiness, okay? It also talks about somebody who's attractive, if it's a person. And we have the rider. This is travel. This is travel, the rider. I believe this is quick travel, right? This is something, messages, okay? A quick message. And the moon. And then the rain. It's interesting because I'm not getting any water here, okay? I'm getting crossroads and snakes and nefarious people, okay? And decisions. And I'm getting this ring, okay, as well as I get the Wheel of Fortune that is like a repeated cycle, okay? Like something like this may have happened before. Maybe they didn't take note of it, or, nobody's connecting the dots. But so that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the feeling that something happened and there was a decision that needed to be made. And that is my clue that if a decision had to be made, you're at a crossroads, okay, then there is some type of knowledge in what happened. See what I'm saying? Or why would you be at a crossroads? So With that said, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, but most of all, stay blessed. Bye.